Shabbat Shalom, brothers and sisters. Welcome back to Rooted in Hebrew. My name is Mike. And I was looking at my own title, and I tell you, a misprint. It's supposed to say red, are you on code? And I got an O. But my apologies. But again, I'd like to welcome you to Rooted in Hebrew. Brothers, sisters, things are happening. There is a battle between the flesh and the spirit. And I know you brothers and sisters heard me speak about put your flesh to the test in order to determine how strong your spirit is. This is a fleshly spirit in which we're living in right now, right as we speak. Everything is built upon, it's all catered to the flesh. Now, the Most High was telling Israel all the while, do not be like the other nations. They was fleshly. But we, our ancestors, due to their stiff-neckedness, fought to be like the nations. Throughout the decades, that's what our forefathers did. We was a set-apart people. And the Most High kept encouraging, and we going in and out of slavery. We were begging for a fleshly system. This is what our forefathers brought upon us. So it got to the point where the Most High said, you know what? This is it. I sent you my son. Y'all disrespected the gift I sent you, my son. This is what Israel did. And now, on top of that, we found ourselves rather, globally in captivity, in the flesh. You want to talk about a fleshly system? Brother, this is a fleshly system in which we live in right now, right as we speak. It's Satan's system. It's Satan's system. He gave up his spirit to live to live as if he's fleshly when he lied to Eve. This is what he gave up. And so this system got to be built what? Upon the flesh. That's what it's built upon. And we are in the belly of the beast. This is where we're at. This is the system. Everything is based upon his flesh. Brothers and sisters, when I was speaking about being here in Texas and doing this job that I'm doing, I never, excuse me, I said, like I stated, I'd never seen so many restaurants. Never have I seen so many restaurants. Any food that you can imagine. Good night. Seemed like the South got it. Or at least Texas. And I'm like, man, I don't know where they make it. These places are packed. Because why? It is appealing to the flesh. You have your shopping centers. You have your eating places. Whatever you want, you got it. You got your cars. Everything is for that flesh. When the Most High was saying, you are a set apart people. We are set apart from this system. And then some of us may reason this way. Well, we need to eat. Well, we need transportation. Well, we need this, we need that. And everything that you need is in a fleshly sense. If you want to talk about going to the wilderness, brothers and sisters, this wilderness that we're going to, it's to weed out that flesh. That's the wilderness that we're going to. It's to weed Israel, weed out that flesh so that spirit reigns supreme. This is what this is about. Right now, everything in this system is based upon the flesh. Everything. With this awakening, we are encouraged to wake up to the spirit, and we got to put a fight up against the flesh. You want to talk about a fight? For the vast majority of brothers and sisters, put yourself to the test. Put yourself to the test when it comes to fasting. Not just say food, and see how much your flesh is going to reign supreme. If you think I'm joking, you think I'm joking. And if you do take on a fast for a day or two, see all the images that's going to come before you. And it's going to be demonic. I'm going to tell you right now, it's going to be demonic. Because when you say, I'm going to fast for 2 or 3 days, 2 days and 2 nights, I'm not going to eat anything. I'm just drink water. See what all types of things will come on the internet. See all the things that's going to run through your head on TV. You'll see everything about cooking food and everything. If you think I'm joking, put yourself up under the test and see what the devil is going to bring before your face. You think I'm joking. Put yourself to the test and see what the devil is going to do. For everything that you put yourself against, you want to fast against it, see what the devil will do to you. If you think I'm joking, put yourself to the test in order to see how this wicked spirit will come against you. You will see every brothers and sisters. I did a 7-day fast. Never did a 7-day fast in my life. When I say a fast, I'm talking about 7 days, 7 nights. On that 8th day, I ate. Truthfully, I was not really hungry because I got my body accustomed to doing something that it is not used to. But trust and believe, brothers and sisters, if you want to talk about recipes going through my mind, yes, it was. You want to talk about, you turn on the TV, you saying, what do they call them? And I don't even watch them. When they have their little cook-off challenge, you have a person here that's cooking this and here, and this person over there is cooking it, and they working and they doing. Brother, I find myself sitting there watching that stuff, to which I usually don't do. But if you ever talk about putting your flesh to the test, brothers and sisters, put it to the test. While you are in the belly of the beast, this is a fleshly system that the devil has gotten everybody overly concerned about their flesh. Everything is about the human body flesh, what they want, what they think they need. And you, being Israel, you are a set apart. Although in captivity, we still mentally and spiritually need to set ourselves apart. And we will have to put up that battle if we really are trying to show the Most High that we are taking his worship to heart. That's what's going to have to happen. Whether you do it now, it's going to be done in the wilderness. But they trust and believe in the wilderness. No, there's going to be some repercussions to that. There will be a blessing, and there's going to be a cursing. It's just going to be that simple to what you want to do for your life, not livelihood, your life, because that's what it's going to involve. When the Most High told not Moses, Adam, you can eat from every fruit on any tree you want, you can have. Just don't eat this off of this one. There was nothing special about that tree. It was just the obedience. That's what it was. To which Adam obeyed. All right. He can eat from any tree, but just don't eat for this one here. The devil, he knew exactly what he needed to do because he most definitely he did. He came in truthfully. He literally put himself in a suicidal position. That's what he did. Did nobody stop him? The Most High did not stop him. He didn't. And he kept on. Because evidently, he was deriving in his spirit something that he never experienced before. He's looking at Adam and Eve of the flesh. It seems like he was desiring to be fleshly, and he got what he wanted. That's what he did. He got exactly what he wanted. He got into the flesh. He got into Eve and misled her. He what's the word? Yeah, he misled Eve. She was deceived. This is what he did. And if you look at the system, brothers and sisters, you see everything about the system. Everything that the Most High said, you should not do this here, you should not do that there. The devil do opposite of everything the Most High put in place. He got people feeding their flesh. That's what he want. That's what he got. Everybody's, I want to, you do you. I'm going to do me. And now this is the thing that's going to be, what's the word? It's going to be a battle for Israel. It's this. With this awakening, we are awakened to being set apart. That's right. You guys to it's going to be a necessity that we battle this flesh, that we are this fleshly system rather. When the Most High says separate yourself from Babylon, he means that now. It ain't like he didn't mean it, but he means it. Because now we're starting to understand that this world, what the Most High was saying, is absolutely fleshly, and it is demonically derived. It is derived from the devil. Everything that he does, he used it. The description I say that the devil has misled the entire inhabited earth. And he did. He has misled the entire inhabited earth. And that includes us, Israel. And prior to that, prior to the awakening, we were still deceived by the devil. We were. When I say everything is fleshly, brothers and sisters, listen to me when I say this. The world is so fleshly that Satan deemed it fleshly, necessary to mislead people. All right, we're not going to call him Yahusha. We're going to call him Jesus. And we're going to change, the skin tone, we're going to change all that. We're going to let him be known more so about that he's known as Jesus. We're going to have to downplay or put it in the background of him being Hebrew. Why? Satan knew the flesh. He knew the flesh because he knew that these people should not have any type of contact or knowledge that they're related to this man here. They call it Yahusha, or the Most High Son. He did everything according to the flesh to make that possible. And it worked. It worked. Yes, it did. It worked because it got to the point where our people was being persecuted, stripped, ripped from their heritage till they eventually got to a point. We was trying to be like the nations unknowingly, not knowing who we were. That's what we did. This is what happened to us. So part of that being deceived, yeah, Israel was part of that. Israel, never before in history, never before in history that we have ever been in a very low state as a ripped up nation. There's no other scripture that can hold to what we are beholding or beholding. Israel has never been in captivity globally. Never. But then you came, what, 1619 came in? Not 1619. The transatlantic slave trade kicked in. That's when we went globally. That's when we went globally. And now we're feeling it now. Now we come into understanding this fleshly system in which we live in, brothers. And with this awakening, yeah, there's a battle. For whatever your flesh's individual fleshly desires are, brothers, that's what your fasting needs to be upon. Because this is what our forefathers was. They had a deep-seated desire for the flesh of the nations. And the Most High kept telling them, you don't want this. If you keep, and they kept on, Most High, all right, I tell you what, you're going to get it. And we got it. We got it. We got that flesh. And that flesh came in and it near about destroyed us. That's what it near about did. Now we got a full, up, close, and personal fleshly account. This is what we got. We got it. We can't even complain about it now. Now, well, we can't say we didn't get it. Israel, this generation of 2025, we got it. We got that flesh. We got it. We got a full-blown experience of the flesh. If you want to talk about a generation of people, we are those people. That's who we are. And we can no longer go and complain and say that we want the nation. Now we seeing it. And we're trying our best to separate ourselves from these nations or the flesh. See, now when you're talking about ripping something off, brothers, and when the Most High says separate yourself, that's a ripping off. And you may be used to it. You may be used to it, but you got to rip it off. You will have to rip it off the top. It will have to be ripped off. Because if it's not ripped off while you are in captivity, trust and believe, you will go through that, you will get into the wilderness, and it's going to have to come off if you want to continue to live. Shalom, Brother Dave. I'm glad you was able to make it in today, brother. Shabbat shalom, rather. We will have to rip this thing off. Everything about this flesh, brothers, it will destroy you. Shabbat shalom, Brother Robert. We will have to rip it off. And the people that are going to stand up first and foremost are going to be these brothers. Brothers who have to stand up first and foremost to show, hey, we've got to rip ourselves away from this flesh. This is not what the Most High created us. He said we are we're the priestlyhood for the nation. And if you're going to be priestly and you represent the Most High, there's nothing fleshly about the Most High. Nothing. Nothing is fleshly. Shabbat shalom, Sister Cynthia. There's nothing that is flesh besides him creating us in the flesh. But even though he created us in the flesh, it's that spirit that reigns supreme. That's the beauty of it. You look at this system, you know that this system is strictly fleshly. And we are being called out to separate ourselves while we're in the flesh and while we are in captivity, to separate ourselves. But the world, what do? The world come in and say, oh, we all God's people. And that's a lie. That's a bold-faced lie. And I don't care if they get on these showing these commercials saying, hey, we have a kumbaya moment. Blacks, white, whoever you want to call it. Yeah, no, that's not right. Because the moment you're thinking that you have an alliance with this world, you just truthfully, you rub yourself with some flesh. When the Most High says you are separated people, do not do any marriages alliance with the nation. He told us this. He told us not to do these things. And if you are of Israel, your marriage is supposed to be within Israel. That's what it's supposed to be. Shabbat Shalom, Sister Georgetta. I'm glad you was able to make it in today, sis. No, you cannot turn your back on them, Sister Cynthia. No, you cannot. But because they will come in. They will come in and speaking as if they're your friend. I'm serious. And even now, listen to me now. Don't get me wrong. I'm gonna tell you this because the jealousy comes out of me when it comes to this here. When the Most High opened up that door for the Gentiles to come in, there's a sense of jealousy that kicks in with me. That's just me. Because I'm in my mind, I feel that we need some us time. And the reason why I say this is because Sister Cynthia, Sister Georgetta, her brother Dave, brother Robert, let me see, who else? We all have one thing in common. We are the so-called Black Americans. That's one thing we have in common. And then along within that being common, we have a suffering of a people. See, now when we see a Black woman or a Black man being harassed or beaten, that takes on that takes on a different meaning. It affects us. It does, because we know the history of the Gentiles. That's one thing we do know. And so now, if someone is mistreating a Black, no, we take it in a different way. Yes, we do. We take it personal. If you want to, be real about it, we take it very personal because we understand the suffering that we have been in since we've been in this fleshly system, to which our forefathers kept on talking about, oh, we want to be like the nation. We want a king. This is what our forefathers, they put us in this position. We did not know anything of the kind of what they was doing, or what they were saying about our life. Brother Earl, Shabbat Shalom, brother. We didn't know. But I tell you what, the Most High was not the one that's going to sit right there and wait on. Nope. I'm going to take your descendants. I'm going to put them in, I'm going to allow them to go into captivity. And they're going to be mistreated. And then they go most definitely be in a system that's going to be based on the flesh. Since you think you want the flesh, Israel, I'm going to show you that you do not want it. And these people, they're going to get that flesh. They're going to get mistreated. And when they come out, trust and believe, they're not going to be looking for that flesh any longer. That's that discipline We had to go through. Shabbat Shalom, Sister Jess. That's what we got. We got it. We got a full blown, we got you want to talk about an overdose? Brothers, we got that overdose of the flesh. And then along with that overdose of the flesh, now we got to go through this wilderness and really strip it off. Everything that the Most High, I tell you, and it's kind of irritating, truthfully, brothers and sisters, because the Most High kept telling Israel, you do not want kings. You do not want a king. You keep on looking at these nations just because they're riding around in a Cadillac on 24s. You don't want it. If anybody know what I just said, on 24s, and if you ride down the road, that's a rough ride. You feeling every bump. You may be looking good. You might be looking good. And it's strictly just going to be for show. Because trust and believe, that ride, it's going to be rough. It's going to be a rough ride. You're going to feel every bump in the road. But you're looking good. This is what our forefathers wanted back in biblical times. And now here we are. We are the people. We're the descendants of those brothers. And we're the ones who went through all of that trouble. And we're still going through it because we still is in captivity. When it started, this started way back when Saul became king. They wanted kings and brothers, and now we're starting to see, we understanding it. We are the ones. I tell you. No, you're right, sister. It wasn't worth it. It wasn't worth it, Sister Cynthia. No, it wasn't. No, you're right. But we had to go through it. And now, and like I said, sis, we got the brunt of it. The brunt. We can preach on it. We can teach on it. We can tell you how it feels. We got it. You talking about, if you want to talk about being up and personal with the devil, yes, that's us. They can't do that. We're the only generation that can sit up and say, hey, you want to talk about dancing in the middle of the street with the devil? That's us. Shabbat Shalom, Sister Zenobia. That's us. Our whole life, brothers and sisters, when it's all over said and done, it's going to be about fasting of some sort, just to rip off the flesh so that we can abide by the Spirit. This is going to be a battle because we got our brothers. You're talking about coming from, let me see. You're talking about thousands of years of a cleansing of a people, a cleansing, a stripping off, a spirit that you got to take off this flesh that the Most High kept telling his people. And it got that, and we went through thousands of years to come down to get to this particular generation of people. We talking about thousands of years, brothers, to get to 2025. At least that's what they say this year. I tell you, so much stuff going on because the scripture did say they're going to change times and laws and everything. And the world came in and did just that. What? For what? For the flesh. Just to keep you naive. They did all of this strictly against you. These people are done away with. The laws are no longer in effect. They told lies, changed times, changed laws. They did everything in their power to keep you, us, Israel, from this awakening. Now, the Most High woke up, and he woke up with a vengeance. And he's waking us up with a vengeance. But now we starting to realize there's a stripping that we need to do. And brothers and sisters, that stripping is a serious one. Because we, When I say we, I'm talking about anybody that is of this 400-year prophecy. We have the responsibility of being setting ourselves apart. And I mean on the most serious note. Because I'm going to go back to the Gentiles when the Most High was saying that, hey, due to Israel disobedience, salvation has come to the nation. I'm gonna come back to that. I'm most definitely gonna come back to it because, truthfully, brothers, well, no, matter of fact, let me hop on it right now. And I hope that I'm not incorrect. I'm hoping that I'm not incorrect because Most High said He's going to put in that jealousy to draw Israel back. And trust and believe, I'm a living witness for that. I am a living witness to that jealousy. Because I seriously believe we need some us time. We, as a nation, need to come back together. How can you invite somebody into your house when you're not completely fulfilled with your other brothers and sisters? How can you bring someone in? You haven't made peace with your own brothers. And that's true. That is absolutely true, Sister Georgetta. You're going to have to, but no, let me say something now. Walking in the spirit, the Ruach, that is not something that we want to take lightly either now. That's something that we do not want to take lightly. Because there are so many different ways, brothers and sisters, that we look at this flesh. It is unbelievable. It is absolutely unbelievable. They when I say we need us some us time, the world, the Most High opened up the doors for the nations. Okay, I got it. He opened it. I'm looking at it like this. We suffered a lot. We did. If you want to talk about a people that went through some things, brothers and sisters, we went through some things. Not to sound like, pacifying ourselves, because truthfully, a lot of the stuff that's happened to us is due to our forefathers. We know exactly how this can go back and look at a particular people, a particular generation. That's one thing that we can do. If we want to say, well, when did all this start? It started with that first King Saul. They wanted a king. They gave him a king. The Most High, He allowed it. That's what He did. He allowed it to happen, but He knew the end result, what it was going to bring about. He knew these things, but He allowed it. Yes, He did. He allowed it to happen because He knew these people. In order to draw these people back to me, they're going to have to suffer. In order to draw these people back to me, they're going to suffer. Once they suffer, they've seen it, and these particular people that's going to come to appreciate me, they're going to strip off that flesh with the quickness, because they're going to have a real life experience with the nations and with the devil. Are we not that generation, brothers? You cannot tell me that we are not those people who has not come to appreciate the direction of the Most High to what He was saying thousands of years ago. That's who we are. Now we have the responsibility as an awakening of a people. Now we starting to see, we got to separate. You got fathers and husbands and wives. No, they're teaching their kids. They're teaching them from a biblical standpoint. You only marry people of your own kind. The world will call them bias. Racist. That's what they're going to call us that because with this awakening. And so when we awake, we're attacking it. We going in hard on it. That's what we're doing. And I don't care. Your mother may be white. Your father may be black. You still gonna be a nigger. Please. And don't take it as the wrong way. You're going to be looked at that because truthfully, the Gentiles cannot dominate your DNA. The only thing they can do is corrupt it. That's it. Because the Most High said he's going to cleanse our blood. And this salvation, that is the salvation that came to the nation. That's the salvation. Salvation originated with who? The Yahudims. We're the only ones, brothers. The only one of the Yahudims of Israel to go international, to go to the four corners of the earth. But that stripping off of the flesh, that's for all of Israel. That's of all of Israel, not just Yahudims. Now, granted, we are affected. We are globally. We're never before in Israel history have we ever been globally until the transatlantic slave trade. Now, you want to go back to the nation. Hold on, just one moment. Hold down. We go back to the nation. Go back to the nations, and we start to look at it. At least I do. What we went through. Now, granted, the Most High. But I seriously believe, and I could be wrong, that this cleansing of a nation, is this going to involve the Gentiles too? The Gentiles didn't go through what we went through. They didn't. They didn't gotten, how can, this is the thing. What is it that they can come to appreciate of a suffering of a people? What is it that they can appreciate the suffering of a position of a royal priesthood? There's a suffering we have to go through in order for us to appreciate the position of who we are. When you talk to someone, Sister Zenobia, and I speak about, I speak to any one of you, man. If I speak to any one of you about this, you all gonna be able to relate how we have been treated as a people. The vast majority of brothers and sisters, they're going to relate to that. They're going to understand that. They're going to have. If you want to talk about a oneness, brothers and sisters, that's going to be that oneness that we're going to understand. We're going to understand it. How the Most High is going to bring these nations in and Gentiles in, brothers and sisters, that remains to be seen. Because I'm understanding, I'm seeing these things differently. We say that the judgment starts with his own people first, right? Now, if we are being set apart, what's the word? Not separating the tares from the wheat. If all of this is happening, brothers and sisters, how do the Gentiles fit into this? Well, if this is all supposed to be happening with that particular bloodline, how do the Gentiles come in? What type of suffering are they going to experience in order for them to appreciate the position that they're coming into? What is it that they're going to, what is it that they're going to experience that we have been through, what suffering, what trampling of a Gentile nation are they going to experience? Because right now, all I'm saying is this, thus far, this is just me now. I'm seeing a people who's thinking that they're going to step over you in the flesh, Israel. And from I'm seeing on internet that they say they believe, but to step over, because it's going to bring you back to Romans chapter 11. He said, don't boast against the branches. Don't, you're not going to come against the root. Because the Most High said, I'll kick you out too. But when are we, as a nation, when is that discipline, brothers and sisters? Hold on. Well, I got you. I get you on that, Sister Georgetta. I got that. But there's a teaching. I ain't gonna say a teaching. There's just some talk, and I'm hearing brothers saying, "Yeah." I mean, don't get me wrong, because I do understand what the scripture says. Because it was one of the scriptures was saying that some of the Gentiles will be in a better position than Israel. To which I understand that. I do. But I'm looking at that as time. I'm looking at that as a Gentile who went through some things, who understanding the position that he or she got themselves into. I mean, they can come. Hey, don't get me wrong, Sister Georgetta. Yeah, they can come in. I mean, the scripture said they're going to be servants. And I can get that. I get that. I get it. I understand that. But when does this cleansing of Israel, I mean, when does it start? Does it start after the 1,000 years? I mean, once you go through the wilderness, and those that make it up under the pass the rod, they get in, and the ones who didn't, we know the results of it. Because we're still in captivity. We're still under the spirit era of the devil. I don't know. Maybe I'm taking this too personal when it comes to our suffering. Because right now I don't see no Gentiles suffering. I don't. And they may be, supporting Israel and things of that nature, but it's just something that we have to suffer to appreciate the position. This is what we have to go through. And it's not something that we put ourselves in a position. It's the fact that we part of that bloodline of people, a set apart people. That's who we are. But right now, I would think this here, I would say this though, that that suffering, this cleansing, this separation, it applies to everybody. Truthfully, it applies to everybody. We got to strip ourselves from this flesh. We're gonna have to do it. Either we can start it now, or trust and believe. Once this gathering or Exodus or greater Exodus happen, we're gonna be away from the devil, which is gonna be I don't even think we can imagine it, because all we know is being up under the devil's nose. But I would believe that it's going to be a time where we can really, at one time, breathe easily. And at the same time, now, outside of the devil influence, we can use free will to show the Most High exactly who we are. And that's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. You're going to be forced to show the Most High who you are. And it's going to be based upon that flesh, and it's going to be also based upon that spirit. And whichever is going to reign supreme, that you're going to allow to reign supreme, that's the one that's going to determine whether you're going to live or you're going to be cast off into destruction. That's what it is. That's what's going to happen. And truthfully, brothers and sisters, when it's all over said and done, this is that time of bracing up your mind. This is what it's about right now while we are in captivity. This is the bracing up your mind to make sure that you're going to be on code. Because that free will, we would not have an excuse. Oh, the devil made me do it. It was the spirit of the devil. No, the devil will not be there. We will be taken away from his face. That's what the scripture says. Now, if we're taking all that into consideration, now you're going to have the opportunity. We're going to have the opportunity. Everybody is. We don't have to worry about, the Israelites, they made some dumb choices in the wilderness. Brothers and sisters, you will be put in that same position to make that same decision. The same decision that Adam and Eve had to make, you will be in that same position. We ain't got to worry about talking about the dumb decision that they made. We don't have to worry about that. We don't have to worry about that at all. But I will say this. Bracing your mind up to what you want to do and how you want to live according to the Most High, that starts now. That starts in captivity. Don't wait till you get to the wilderness. You know you're going to the wilderness. You know it. This is the end result. I got to go up under this rod. I gotta make a decision. It's going to be either for the Most High or it's going to be for that flesh. And you can't say the devil. But if you want that flesh, trust and believe you go reap corruption of it. Right now, brothers and sisters, when I tell you, we are in a fleshly system. Our forefathers wanted that fleshly system so bad until they didn't get it. We did. We got it. We got that flesh. If you want to talk about somebody taking a pound of pure fat and slapping you in the face, that's us. We got trampled upon because our forefathers wanted that flesh. Mistreated, that's us. We got every ounce of that flesh upon us. Shabbat shalom, Sister Vicky. Sister Vicky T, I'm glad you made it in today, sis. That's what we got. We feeling it. When it comes down to sicknesses, we feeling it. All of those curses in Deuteronomy chapter 28, we felt it and feeling it. We're those people. And this is not, like I said, brothers and sisters, no, I'm not sitting here saying we go feel sorry for ourselves, because the Most High told us you have the power of life and death in your what? Speech. Do we not understand that, brothers? What our forefathers said thousands of years ago, who are they affecting right now? What people are the words that they spoke? Who is it affecting right to this very day? It got us. It got us in the position that we are living right down to this very day. What is today's date? What is this? The 26th of April. almost 3 o'clock p.m. Central Time. Those words that our forefathers spoke is affecting us right down to this very day. The power of the tongue. Shabbat shalom, Sister Patricia. I'm glad you was able to make it in, sis. The word that they spoke thousands of years ago, brothers and sisters, we're living it right down to this day. Now, what should that tell us about that power of the tongue? It may appear that it took thousands of years ago, but it came about. And so now this is going to push me back to the 90s now, because if you want to talk about suffering of a people, this is one of the time where the brothers, the sisters were out there calling themselves everything except the child of the Most High. And we suffered for it too. The B's and H's. The killing of your own brothers in a song. The selfishness of a people. Music. And if you want to talk about the power of the tongue, brothers and sisters, go back to the 90s, listen to the music. Listen to the music. And all these brothers that was rapping and talking about, yeah, your girl like it the way I do it. Your girls are talking about adultery. Talking about taking your another man's wife. A sister talking about taking another man's. This is what we did. This is what we spoke about. And if you want to talk about the power of the tongue and the people that got affected, we was the worst ones that got affected. It didn't take no thousands of years for that to happen. It was about instant. If you want to talk about black on black crimes, brothers in the 90s was it. Everybody, they were talking about doing a drive-by in music. And then not the drive-by, there was always killing. We were our own worst enemy on top of the Gentiles. All they had to do was drop some dope into the mix. We was high while we was killing. We were high while we was killing and condemning at the same time. You want to talk about a low blow, brothers and sisters, you can't go no lower than that. And no other nation went through what we went through. No other nation felt the way we felt. We was the one that used that power of the tongue to work against ourselves. We did that dumb stuff. We did that. The separation, yeah, the nations came in and they fought to separate us. And at the same time, brothers, we brought that, we condemned ourselves when it's all over said and done. We did. But at the same time, the Most High came back and he said, I'm going to raise my people up. Out of all of that, B's and the H's and the killing of brothers and sisters, I'm still going to remember my people, Yasharel. Did he not uphold his promise? He did. He woke all of us up. That's what he did. He woke us up. And then once this awakening happened, we started to realize we seen a lot of hurt. Yeah, we did. We seen a lot of hurt. We came through a lot of hurt. We witnessed a lot of hurt. We did. But we're here to learn from it. That's what we came to appreciate. When the Most High started to wake us up, brothers, it would appear to me that these 90s kids, that the 90s that we came out of, the late 80s, all through the 90s, we woke. We woke up. Now, you thought we had a vengeance in the 90s. All the Most High allowed us to do is to understand and see what we put ourselves through. He allowed us to see that. Yes, he did. Because now the scripture's holding weight now. That power of the tongue, oh yeah, it's some power in it. We lived that. We seen that. We witnessed that. Now we're going to take all of that negative power that we seen and apply it to the spiritual one with this awakening. That's what we should be doing. This is not the time of tearing down our brothers and sisters, especially with them. I ain't gonna say old age. I'm gonna say with this is maturity. We are a mature people now. Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Brother Kenneth. We are a mature people now. That's who we are. Ain't no such thing as old, because truthfully, our forefathers didn't start having kids, so they was like in their late, what they may call late age. If you really want to look back at it, they were having kids back when they firstborn was born, like they were 100 years old. That's the firstborn. Come on now. So this is a mature people. The Most High has awakened a mature people. Now we got to take the maturity and apply it. We look back at time. We go back to our time and look, man, there's some dumb stuff that we did. And you go back and you look at some things like, man, why in the world did I do that? That's the maturity talking, brothers and sisters, when it's all over said and done. There you go, sister. Boom. Hold on. Sister Cynthia. Thanks a lot, Sister Cynthia. But you know what? When it's all over said and done, Sister Cynthia, that's what we're supposed to do. And at the time of the end, this is what we're supposed to do. When a brother or sister is down, truthfully, we're supposed to be that first one there to lift them up. That's who we're supposed to be. This is not that gloating time. I'm so-and-so this and so on. You can let that nonsense ride. If you ever want a people to walk away from you, keep claiming what you think you're doing is so grandiose. And that's going to be the Most High is going to lead those people to do that, because now you're about to fall. We're here to lift up. We're not here to tear down. Now, there was a stab that was taken to the Goshen Project. The brother made a comment about it. It didn't sit well with me. It didn't. But I said, all right, fine. Okay, cool. Because he was speaking about the fleeing. To which brothers and sisters, I'm going to deviate a little bit. I'm going to deviate, and then I'm going to make a U-turn. The scriptures clearly states, and you can go through Matthew chapter 24, and it goes speak about a fleeing of a people. It does. The scripture clearly states that you start to see these things. Do not come down off that roof and get your things together. He said, flee. That's what Yahushua said. He said, flee. And now listen to me, brothers and sisters, because it would appear, scripturally speaking, that fleeing is going to be of not a particular people, for what a person may behold. If you catch sight of these things, he said, flee. All right. Another person may be here who may not see these things, but they believe that the Most High is going to gather them. Because if you go in that same chapter, you keep on reading, Yahushua said, in the time of the end, he's going to give out a call to his angels to gather his elite that he dispersed to the four corners of the earth. That's the gathering. There is a fleeing, brothers. There is a fleeing, and there is a gathering. There are two different things that's going to happen. That's scriptural. So for any person to say what Sister E is putting together with the other sisters, I support it. The Goshen Project. I do. I'm not going to speak about and condemn brothers and sisters, not saying that they're not being obedient, but for those who see that there is a need for them to flee, trust and believe, they're going to know what their spirit is saying to them. They're going to know exactly what they need to do. And they're going to do it. Now, if you want to flee and you think you're going to take some people with you, half of African Americans, do that then. Which I know for a fact you're not going to be able to do that. You're not going to condemn all of Israel for the ones who's going to be held back, as you may say, as some people say, because you have people. You got men in prison. You got women in prisons. You got brothers and sisters in prisons. You have kids that are in a system who do not have that ability to get up and leave. I mean, brothers, all to do is take a little common courtesy to think about your brothers and sisters, to know, hey, everybody can't do what you saying you're going to do. And you cannot impress upon them. You cannot make them feel guilty if they can't go, because the Most High knows everybody's position. That's one thing we cannot do. There is a fleeing and there is a gathering. It's blatant. And this is one thing. When they made the comment, he made the comment about the Goshen Project. I said, okay, that's all right, whatever. Brothers and sisters, truthfully, let's choose and pick our battles. We're not fighting against Israel. This is one thing we should not be doing. We did that dumb stuff back in the 90s. But granted, I mean, Yahushua said it. There's going to be some contentions with Israel. And we're living that right down to this day. We are living prophecies being fulfilled right now. You will have brothers and sisters who have a different understanding about different things. But you cannot impress, you cannot push. Well, you can if you want to. But to push your emotions off on another person and making them feel guilty, brother, this is one thing we should not be doing. You're living in the time of the end. And because you feel strongly about a teaching, brother, you don't put your brothers and sisters down. We're here to lift up our brothers and sisters. This is what we should be about. If you want to put people down, go back into the 90s. Go back into the 90s. If you want to put some people down, all righty. Do it that way. Not with this awakening. This is one time we need to be fighting to bring ourselves together. Because when it's all over said and done, once you go to the wilderness, what you think is going to be happening, this will be that time of coming together. And for those that want to linger to their flesh, hey, that's not going to be a good thing. So now let me make my U-turn real quick. Everything, brothers. I mean, I ain't going to say everything. As long as we are in captivity, we're going to have this flesh. We're going to have this fleshly battle. We have a demon, a spirit creature who's bent on the flesh. That's all he's about. He's all about that flesh. And the Most High is what? He's about that spirit. Although he created us in the flesh, I don't care. I made you a fleshly creature, but it's your spirit that should reign supreme. This is what he's telling us. And brothers and sisters, yeah, we have a battle for those who really take it to heart of separating their flesh, that is, constraining their flesh so that the spirit reigns supreme. And whatever that flesh is, whatever that fleshly weakness is, brothers and sisters, that's going to be up on us personally. I mean, let me see. I'm going to just give off an example. Food. Food. Food could be a battle for a lot of us. We start to make a God about that stomach. We will make a God about that stomach. Oh, please. Yeah. Food can be one. Material gains can be one. It's that flesh. And this is what the devil push out. Everything that if you want to see the flesh in full bloom, brothers and sisters, if you're living here in the United, well, you got to be here just in the United States, but anywhere on this planet, it's going to be more alluring here in Babylon or any Western nation. You're going to see the influence of the flesh. Shabbat Shalom, Sister Linda Cross. Glad you was able to make it in, sis. We seeing the flesh right. We seeing it. It's in front of our faces, brothers. A lot of things we think that we need, brothers, truthfully. That's more so of a want. If we start to really scrutinize ourselves, oh yeah, you start to understand a lot of things, brothers. You're like, wait a minute. And now when you start to look at Satan's system, his system is absolute flesh. And then the scriptures come off, and the Most High said, hey, those that abide by the flesh will reap corruption. You're going to be corrupted. And truthfully, brothers and sisters, yeah, we got corrupted. We did. But with this awakening, we're seeing exactly what we need to do. We're seeing exactly what we need to do in order to put our spirit in alignment with the Most High. Because now we got a dose of the devil and his antics. That's what we got. We got a full dose of it. But this is what our forefathers kept nudging the Most High to. We want to be this here. We want to be that there. So they got to a point in order to condemn their brother, their Messiah, their Savior. They even lied on him. They lied on him. And they had him murdered. They didn't just kill him, they murdered him. Yahushua came and he what did he do? He started healing his people. He started teaching his people. The Pharisees, they was fleshly. What was one thing that the scribes and the scribes and the Pharisees, they kept on nudging at? They kept on nudging at their flesh. Hey, this man is making an embarrassment of us. He's getting all the attention. He's raising the dead. He's healing the sick. We need to kill this man. This is what they said, and that's what they did. And the sad thing about it, they brought in Judah to support him. That's what they did. Sister Cynthia, I'm going to come back to that comment because, yeah, we're going to go off into something on that. Trust and believe, sis. We're going to come on to that one. And because it's going to, sister, I'm going to come to it. I'm going to come back to it. But this is what they did. That flesh, brothers and sisters, it was gaining strength in and amongst Judah. When Yahushua was on the earth, It started to gain more and more strength. But they got it where they had to bring in Judah to support the murder of Yahusha. And they got what they wanted. They lied on their brother, tortured him, killed him, murdered him. But those ones who was full of jealousy, who was full of the flesh, they got a judgment, brothers and sisters. Yahusha got them before hey, listen to me. Yahusha got to them before they murdered him. He told them. He told them, the moment you fall away, you fall asleep in death, you're going straight to the second death. There's no resurrection for you. Those scribes, those Pharisees, there is no resurrection for them. That was it. There was no playing with that. There was no when Yahusha condemned, he condemned. And he gave life, he gave life. The evildoer that was on his right hand side. Everybody else was mocking him. This man knew that he was going to die. He asked Yahusha, remember me in your kingdom. And Yahusha gave him a promise. You will be with me in the kingdom. That's a promise. And he's going to be there. Let me tell you something. When the Most High said there's life and death in the tongue, Yahusha gave that man life and he died. But we know it. Hey, he's going to be in the kingdom. That's the thing. I tell you, brothers, the moment we recognize and understand the strength of our tongue, oh man, brothers and sisters, please. I don't think we understand that. But hold on, sister. Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me see some. Boom. It's not a secret. Let me tell you something on that, sister. Then I'm gonna go back to your previous comment, Sister Cynthia. And see, and I will say this to the brothers and sisters, because what they're trying to do to him, yeah, that's true. He is not a savior. He is not. He's not a savior. But the Most High will use him. He will use him. I mean, truthfully, me personally, I believe the Most High is using him because he's having a very strong effect with other nations. He is. Seems like he got them like, no, this one. And it's like, the Most High is getting these people to see, hey, hop on this path, hop on this road. Because now let me just say this, brothers. Now imagine just for a moment. This is not that time the Most High wants to awaken him to who he really is. I'm just saying this. This is just hypothetically speaking out loud, that is. And so it may not be for him or brothers and sisters to wake up at this particular time, but to wake the people up to a portion of it, to the treatment of his people, to all of the land. This can be just that preparation. The Most High is using this individual, Ibrahim Torrey, to start to prepare a place for his people. And these nations, they fall in suit to his line of thinking, hey, we need to bring our brothers and sisters back from the Americas. Matter of fact, from the whole world, bring them back home. They are our people. This is his line of thinking now. This is his line of thinking. If you want to talk about a black Messiah, yeah, let's call him, is it the black Messiah? The rising of a black Messiah. Yeah, he's one of them. Because they sin. The nations The Gentiles are seeing we just can't kill these people no longer. We don't have the strength to do it. Every time they set up for one of the deletion, it doesn't. The plot is always spoiled. Why? Why? You know, yes, even though he's a Muslim. But now, let's understand this, Sister Cynthia. If you want to talk about a people that will speak openly about who black people are, now it's going to be Islam. It's going to be Islam. They're going to know, but at the same time, they condemn themselves. They condemn themselves because they serving. It's the serving of foods that they know for a fact that Israel do not supposed to partake in. They'll serve it. They'll serve it to them, and they know that they're doing wrong. Now, hold on, Sister Zenobia. Let me go back to Sister Cynthia. Now, you did a comment. You was talking about the weave, pedicure, and all this stuff, Sister Cynthia. That's that stuff with the flesh. And see now, like I said, brothers and sisters, and especially your sisters, and I say especially your sisters, listen to me on this, please. And this is not nothing to put you sisters down. You are all beautiful women. The world knows it. The world knows it. There is no reason why you need to show your body to the world. The Gentiles know exactly the makeup of a black woman. But the world is making our sisters feel you got to show this, you got to show this, you got to do this, you just downright ugly. This is what the world is telling you, but the world is trying to look like you. The world wants to be shaped like you. You could take a Gentile woman, but if she got hips on it, she gonna think the world of herself. Because she in her mind, I can run with the black women now. I'm just as built as them. If you think I'm joking, you're not ugly women. These women trying to be like you. There's no reason for you to make like you think you are H. You're not. Those days are long and gone. That thinking, brothers, sisters, please. Who are we trying to impress, sisters? The world? This is how bad it gotten. You're right, brother. Look here. Ooh, Brother Dave, good gracious almighty. That's it. That's who we are, brothers. And sisters, this applies to you more so. This applies to you, sisters. What Brother Dave just said. We are the gold standard. Sisters, that's who you are. You're the gold standard. Gold don't have gold. You could sit gold in the middle of the street. It's going to get that attention all by itself. Sisters, that's what I'm talking about. We can sit you in the middle of the street. Bam, you got the attention. You don't need the eyeliner, the eyelashes. You don't need the weave. You just need to take care of yourself. That's it. That's it. You don't have to front for nobody because everybody wants to be you. That is up to the women. These nations wants to be you. All you got to do is be you. They telling you to be like somebody. They telling you to be like a Gentile. They telling you that your skin, you too dark. But yet it's still they'll go up in it. They would hop into one of those little tubes to darken their skin up. That's what I'm talking about. This is the standard. What Brother Dave just said. This is you, sisters. You're the gold standard. You stand alone. Now they're starting this. I mean, sisters, when you're talking about weave, and sisters, listen to me. This is not no joke. This is real. I went to school for beautician. I did, and they taught me when I was in school. They taught, matter of fact, they taught everything: barbery, uh, pedicure, manicure, everything, facials. I learned all of it. Yes, I did. But I come to realize, all these shops. I never worked in a shop, but just I used to go visit a lot of barbershops because I cut it. I did my own hair. I did my mother's hair and everything. And so I seen it. We didn't play let me do it this way. When I was a child, my mother, uh, she did her own hair. She did her own toenails, fingernails, everything. She had this it was like a travel box, but she had all the makeup in it. She had her rollers, her combs, her brushes, her scissors, razor blade. All of that was in this like travel thing, but she only brought it out at night. My mother used to roll her hair up and everything, and she did hair out of her own, out of our, the house. The sisters, they was coming. We lived in the project. All of them used to come to my mother get their hair done and everything. And you talk about a straightening comb. You want to talk about a straightening comb? That's how I learned how to blow my hair out. Was a straightening comb. Put it on that fire, boom. Don't let it hit that scalp. Brothers and sisters know what I'm talking about. You hit that scalp, over like, oh, you jerking and jog. And so, this is how we looked at it. This is how we learned. But as time went on, here come weave. Weave started off with braids. It started off with braids, and things. But the world got a glimpse of it. We started taking, using them more and more and more and more. And then they start, sisters, you do know that some of these braids, these weaves and wigs, there's some spells on some of this stuff that they be putting on it. Now, if you think I'm joking, let me say this now. There is when the Moabites came, or Balaam came in. He supposed to came in and cursed Israel. All right, and we all know about what happened with that. But they found out another way to get Israel in trouble. So they sacrificed some meats to their gods, and so they used the women to come out to mingle with the men of Israel. Israel fell for it. They fell up under judgment. That's what they did. And the Most High started to kill his people. That's what he did. But Israel did not know that the meats that those men was eating was sacrificed to their gods. It brought them up under judgment. The reason why I say this, brothers and sisters, because some of this stuff that you call yourself wearing has a curse to it. Understand that. Just because it happened in biblical time, brothers and sisters, don't think it cannot happen right down to this very day. The Moabites, there you go, Sister Zenobia. That's what I'm talking about. They can they can pray over this stuff, brothers, sisters. And you're wondering why you have these young brothers saying, "Man, she crazy." Now you got to see what's on top of her head to find out why she crazy. This is what I'm talking about, brothers and sisters. This stuff is real. You do not know what you're putting on top of it. And bruh, I seen sisters pull out their wigs, have their hair all braided up, happy looking all nappy with a pair of pantyhose on top or whatever the situation may be. And I'm like, why you just can't take care of your own hair? The sister would throw a wig on real quick. Would get the nice shoes, the dress, the jewelry, but then your hair falls. You fail on taking care of your hair. You can have all the makeup on. Let that wig come off. Let that wig come off, and people will be looking at what in the name. And all you gotta, if you go take care of some of your body, brothers and sisters, taking care of some of your body is not going to do it. You can take care of all of it. All of it, including what the Most High given you. It's like you took or you take for granted your hair. And I had my cousin, they used to tell me, no, it take too much. It take too much to take care. But you can take care of the rest of your body, but except for your own hair. Come on now, brothers. Sisters, rather. This is it. Sisters. Ooh. I will say this, sisters. I'm going to say this. If it was me, I would leave it alone altogether. That's just me. Truthfully, brothers and sisters, you cannot trust the world who's been against you. They know and what power they need to keep you beneath them. And we wearing it. We wearing it. This is what we're doing. We're going to have to rise up, brothers and sisters. We got to be smart about this stuff. It ain't the fact that we are naive any longer. We got to wake up to this. They are throwing curses onto these things, and they know the biggest spenders is African Americans. And this is across the board. Trust and believe. It ain't the fact that Hennessy is Hennessy. Hennessy got its strength from Black people. Beer, St. Ives, 40, you name it, Black people. When they find out, what's the name of the cigarette? What's the name of the cigarette? Newport? I don't know if it's still the one it is. They could have changed the name, but trust and believe. If there is a Black presence, brothers and sisters, there's a curse behind it. There is a curse behind it. Let's not fool ourselves, brothers. I'm not trying to be naive any longer. Those days are done, gone. We got to wise up. This is what we got to do. Let me see something. Hold on. This ain't gonna work like that. Hold on just for a moment. Yeah. And so, brothers, that's Newports. But brothers and sisters, wherever there's a strong presence or heavy exchange of money and Black people are in it, no, brother, they ain't going. They're not going just to take the money. They're gonna look at, hey, how can I control these people? How can I control these? Oh my goodness, sister, you just said it. I'm gonna do it this way. I'm gonna do it this way. Hold on. Yeah. You're right, sis. You're right. You're so right. You're right, sis. Mm. Because I tell you, that was a that was just downright troubling to see. But brothers, I mean, even though what the sister typed in, she's correct. This here, there's some stuff in the foods too. See, now being in captivity, brothers and sisters, we go when I say this, we will have to come to appreciate captivity because we will see all of the we're witnessing all of the controlling mechanism that the world, the Gentiles, have put in place to keep you in captivity. This is what all they have done to keep us under, to keep us trampled. This is what they did. Now we come into an understanding. These are the things they've been doing, they've been practicing. And then on top of that, you have the Most High who said, all the darkness that this world has done is coming to the light. Brothers and sisters, we gonna know of every nation that has ever did any will or anything against Israel. I just say this: payback. Payback is something else. Now, I lived in Chicago, and I'm gonna talk what I'm gonna speak about what Sister Zenobia is saying. She says shrimp, catfish, pork ribs, catfish, all of it. You going to south side of Chicago, west side of Chicago. That's all you're going to see. Catfish, this here, that there, boom, yeah. All of that is going to be an awakening. It's going to be part of it. Now you have the churches that are talking, that's the church. I mean, right now, the churches are under judgment. They are. The Most High is going in, and He's pulling out His people. He's waking His people up. They're starting to understand. Hey, there is a controlling mechanism for a particular people. And when I say controlling, brothers and sisters, you better trust and believe. We're talking about from a religious standpoint to a eatery standpoint to what you wear on your body. That's what's happening. Understand that and believe that, because it is what is that's happening. From the foods you put in the food, a controlling mechanism. But this is the world our forefathers was begging for. They want to be like the nations. Now, we are the people. We are the generation of living and witnessing these things. And we're saying, no, we don't want to be like the nations. This is what we're doing. We do not want to be like the nations. Because we are Israel, who is witnessing the true death of the nations. We're seeing and we witnessing, we experience the wickedness of a nation. We when the Most High says separate yourself from this nation, He means separate yourself from the nation. We're feeling it now. We're feeling every inch of it. And we come to appreciate the Most High was it's not the fact that He was lying. It's the fact that He cannot lie. It's the fact that we felt every last bit of it. And it took us to realize that when our forefathers could have did this thousands of years ago, they could have done it that way. But the Most High said, no, my people are just not going to learn. They're not going to understand who I am. That's what the Most High said. They're not going to understand who I am unless I give them over to the nation. And you can only imagine how his heart ached that he had to give his people over to the nations. But now, brothers and sisters, just to show you the depth of his love for Israel, it took all these thousands of years for the Most High to let his people go into slavery. Think about that for a moment now. He really showed his patience with Israel. He, throughout time, come back to me, Israel. They will leave. And then after so long of suffering, they will cry out to the Most High. He come back and get them. Then they go back and do some dumb stuff again. He has to let them go again. Then they cry out to him. They come right back again to the Most High. And it's a going back and forth. It's a going back and forth. That's what it was. Let's understand the Most High's painful decision he had to make about his people. This is the thing we need to understand about him, because he got feelings too now. Let's not get it twisted. He has feelings. And he had to let us go in order for us to feel the wrath of a nation. He had to let us go. Our people, I'm going to have to strip everything from them. I'm going to have to strip them. It will be a necessity that they do not know who they are in order for them to appreciate where they're about to go to, who I am. In order for them to appreciate me, they don't need to know me. They do not need to know me, but I'm going to wake my people back up. And I'm going to put a spirit of jealousy in them, because I love these people, Israel. I chose these people. And when I choose, I set apart, I make holy. That's what the Most High said. And that's what he's doing. That's who we are. Brother Dave said it. We're the gold standard in the Most High's eyes. We're not part of this system. That image belongs to the world. But we're the standard of this world. That's who we are. We had to go through these things, brothers. We had to. And we got to come to appreciate it at the same time. Yes, a lot of us lost we lost loved ones. We have. We lost them. But not forgotten. Yahushua set the example for that. He raised the dead to show Israel, this is on the horizon. This is what's going to happen to my people. I'm going to raise them back from the dead. That hurt you thought you was feeling, it's not even going to compare to the joy you're going to feel to have that loved one back in your arms. He already showed that standard. This is the most, brothers and sisters, let me say this here. Look at Yahushua, what he did. The example that he set. The things that he did for Israel. Israel, this was going to happen to you. The Most High loved you so much, he allowed me to show you can do these things. He told me, all right, I'm going to show my people that they can walk on water. Show my people that they can walk on water. Show my people that I'm going to resurrect loved ones from the dead. Show them. Yahushua did exactly what the Most High asked him to do. He did that. Show my people that they will rule the world. Let them know these things. This is what he told Yahushua to come and do. He did it. He only did it for a short time, 3 years. That short time has an impact upon us. Because Yahushua knew, all right, the countdown. This is going to be it. At this countdown here, this will be it. And that's going to be the start of that 400-year curse. Let that moment start. And it started. It started. Brothers, now, where you at now? At the end of it. We're at the end of it. Now, we're waking it up. We woke. The world don't know what to do because the world has never felt what they're feeling right down to this day. And they're feeling that there is a change of power. That's a spirit in the air. Even the devil knows that there is a change of power. Why do you think brothers and sisters are here talking to sisters about this weave in their hair? The brothers, sisters, the scripture say you're a compliment to the brothers. So now, if the brothers are here and they're working for the Most High, he's only partly strong. Sisters, he's partly strong. There's another person that's supposed to be sitting in the seat, but there's nobody sitting there. Their strength is not complete. Adam was not by himself when he sinned. In order for that sin to be a strong sin, it needed to be complete. There has to be a complete circuit in order for you to get that power. Eve sinned, but it was not complete. She had to bring Adam in to make it complete. Not saying that she was looking forward to doing anything, but the devil knew it. He knew that in order for this to be complete, to put strength to this lie, that man had to be brought in. And it got complete. The same thing is happening right down to this very day, brothers and sisters. Whether you want to admit to it. All right, I'm sorry about that, brothers. But in order for that to be to have that strength, it had to be complete. So truthfully, brothers and sisters, no, this is the reason why you have brothers and sisters, brothers talking with sisters. Hold on, hold on, just for a moment. All right, I'm sorry about that, brothers and sisters. I'm back. When brothers speak to sisters, and don't get me wrong, sisters, I'm gonna say this: there's a strength you sisters have, and matter of fact, it's two. It's two different. There's two different strengths that sisters have. One was given to you. Well, both of them was given to you. One was manipulated and demonically given to you. And that's one that's from the devil. You can mention certain words to sisters, and there's an offense that comes up. And I'm going to give the word out. Submissiveness. Some sisters get upset about that word. They get upset about that. And that's what the devil is. He has brought that to the front. He knew exactly what he was doing when he brought that about. And that word in his system is made. It has been made to irritate sisters. Sister, let's not get it twisted or misunderstood. Submissiveness is across the board. Brothers are submissive to who? Yahushua. He submit himself to Yahuwah. This is what the Most High has done. Now, granted, and I'm not speaking about brothers should be slapping their wives around. Nope, I don't. Nope. No, I don't do that, brothers. Some of them take a submissiveness and they take it to a whole different plateau. That's what they do. And this is not the way the Most High had instituted submissiveness. Man was made from the earth. Sisters comes from the rib of Adam, women. This is not about a power play. This is about what the Most High put in place. Brothers and sisters, when the brothers say, hey, we need our sisters, well, no, we need them across the board. And yeah, you got some brothers out here talking about, I ain't finna go, I got it, man, I sure hate going down this road. Talking about the 12 tribes chart. No, brothers and sisters. There was one nation of people. And people say color doesn't matter, but I beg to differ, because everybody that was on that boat was a Negro, dark-skinned people. May have some brown in there too. The world brought colorism into it. So, all right, we're going to stick with the color. Those people on that boat was black. Negroes. This is a birthing of a nation. Man is not going to, Judah is not going to do this by himself, sisters. It's not. He's not. There's going to be a humbling of both. It's going to be a humbling of brothers, and there's going to be a humbling of sisters. And that's the whole purpose of the wilderness. Whether a brother, I'm going to do it this way. Whether a sister wants to humble herself or not, that's going to remain to be seen, because trust and believe the Most High will lay them down too. It ain't just men he going to lay down. We can look at a man, so he going to get destroyed, boom, 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 and we think nothing of it. He can lay down women too. He can lay down Israelite sisters just as much he laid down Israelites men for disobedience. That judgment goes across the board. It ain't just, it's just not Adam who's going to get dealt a blow. He got dealt a blow just as much as Adam. Although Adam got the brunt of it, yes, he did, because he is the head. A lot more is going to be laid upon him. But if the Most High says to this sister here, I need for you to do this here, and she doesn't do it, she can get struck down just as much as a man can. This is the understanding that we need to be having. This is not that time we want to sit right here and play that. Hold on for a moment. Amen. Okay, now I'm sorry. This is why we got to start taking things, brothers and sisters, before we get to the wilderness. We think we can hold on to this world's thinking and this world's understanding. We cannot hold on to it any longer. Brothers, when the Most High said we'll set apart, he talking to the brothers as well as to the sisters. More so to the brothers. He is. There's a damage on both sides, brothers and sisters. And we just need to understand, Black women, some of these brothers have been damaged, period. And if you're looking for a husband or something, you got to make the best decision. when it's all over said and done. Just because he say he's Israel, he Hebrew, that ain't gonna. All right, that's fine and dandy. But he can be a lazy Hebrew too. Now, let's not get it twisted. He can be dumb as a rock too. Now, if you walk yourself into a situation like that, and you marry that man, you married into some trouble. That's what you did, or you married into a struggle. That's what you did. The same thing can apply for a man, a brother. Just because she says she's Israel, you got to make sure that that person is compatible to you. If you know for a fact you are a smart thinker, that you know, hey, I'm all about doing this here, I need to do that there, and make sure that you are compatible. This is just not about you just because you say, well, let me do it this way. Can't do it that way. This is the thing, brothers. We're waking up. We woke. We just can't haphazardly out here and just get with someone just like that. Now, there's you got to make sure that you're evenly yoked. You may be evenly yoked as a bloodline of Israel. If that person is not, he may be a loud person. You may not be a loud person. You may not like loud people. You might want to find somebody who's low key like you. That's the decision that you're going to have to make all by yourself. In order for you, because there could be a hindrance to you. And I know you sisters, I'm gonna say this to sisters now, because there's a lot more single sisters out there than anything. You be like, I just want to get a man. No, I mean, you better tread lightly on that one, sister, because you just don't want a man. I mean, shucks. I mean, you want a man. I mean, shucks, sis. I mean, and I heard some sisters, they say that, well, I got a lot of kids, so I take what I can get. Jeez, I don't know about all that. I mean, I could be biased about it, but it was 5 of us. It was 5 of us. And my stepfather's name was Alan. Not one of us was his biological. He knew that. But this is what brothers did back in the 60s. They married women with a whole lot of kids, and they had kids also from another woman. They did back in the, but now money is tight. Brothers, look, oh wait, hold on, we'll give you 2. I'm now 3. Oh, girl, please, you on your own. And it's all based upon the finances, and it's also based upon discipline. We got so many stipulations now, so it plunged our sisters into a situation that can appear to be hopeless. That's what it may appear now. Shalom, Sister Van P. Shabbat Shalom, rather. Hold on. Brothers, sisters, I think the most important thing I would say that we could take away from this is there is a need for us to work ourselves back together like there is no tomorrow. That's what it's going to boil down to being. Submissiveness is across the board. Don't let that word that the devil has made it to be hated. The devil has made it, that word, to be hated, despised. That's what he did. And we should not be feeding into that demonic entity. When the Most High put a submissiveness out there, trust and believe, that's across the board. It is. And don't get me wrong, sisters. This is captivity in which we are in. This is captivity. Now, and especially when it comes to these other religions who took our book and mishandled our book, and they made submissiveness like a torture. That's what they did. And this is the thing that's hindering our sisters right down to this very day. It's that torture. Oh, you stay, what do they say? Barefoot and pregnant. Yeah, barefoot and pregnant. Put you in the poorhouse. If you know your money is funny, you know, and you know you cannot afford a child, all righty, you need to start analyzing your way of life, brothers. I mean, if that's the situation. If you got to live off the farm to take care of your kids, so be it. You might have to live off a farm to take care of your to feed your kids. So be it. It is what it is. The Most High did not make no mistake when he came to how that man is supposed to take care of his house. He did not make it. He did not make a mistake. And the way he had everything set up, that was not a poor person in Israel when they was following the laws. Everybody ate. Everybody ate. That's how the Most High set up Israel. Israel got greedy. Israel started looking at the nations. Israel started to lose its way with the Most High. So eventually, it was lost. And we are that ones that was lost. Now we are awakened. Now we was found. This is who we are. This is who we are. We are that awakening. And there's going to be some things said, brothers and sisters. It's going to be, it may come off harsh, but it's truthful. It is absolutely truthful. There is a cleansing. There's a stripping off that we need to do. There is a calling. There's an encouragement. Sisters, I went through a lot. Brothers, we know that sisters went through a lot. And we got to do what it is needed to do to redeem our sisters. That's going to be a must. That's going to be done by Judah. That's going to be done by Israel. Because we fed into the nation. We fed into the nations. And then the sad thing about it is this, brother, we had to go through it. Sisters, and unfortunately, you had to go through it too. Your own brother made you feel low. Your own brother made you feel extremely low. But we had to go through it. In order for us to understand what we're about to go through, what we are getting into, we got to understand the covenant with the Most High that we are intertwined with. You got to know how you had to see the hurt. So you had to see it. The brothers had to see it too. They had to see that hurt. It was a necessity that they see the hurt in order for them to understand the joy that you're about to get into, that we are in line to. Because our forefathers didn't see it. They did not understand it. They wanted that flesh and they drove for the flesh. We experienced the flesh. We see the corruption of the flesh. And this is an encouragement to the sisters. The Most High woke us up. Take the apology from your brothers. Take the apologies from your brothers. Stick with your brothers. Because truthfully, sisters, you may sit in the seat, but trust, you ain't going to bring a Gentile to sit in that seat. You're not going to bring in a Gentile to sit in that seat as king. It ain't going to happen. Don't fool yourself. And if the Most High deemed it necessary, you think you will bring in a Gentile to sit in that seat, you will get dealt with. The same thing go for that brother. You ain't going to bring another woman in that seat outside of Israel. She will sit in that seat. That's a promise from the Most High. You're not going to bring in a Gentile woman to sit in that seat, and you're not going to bring in no Gentile man to sit in that seat. You ain't going to bring in no disrespect when it's all over said and done. Don't mock the Most High. Whatever they did to you, sisters, my thing is fight to forgive. Because if you don't and you bring in that hate, you will get dealt with. The same thing goes for brothers. The same thing. We can let that nonsense ride. The Most High is not going to entertain it. And if you think you will bring in your flesh, you're already condemned. You're already condemned. Be on top of your. Boy, I tell you, when you really and you sit back and you look at what the Most High was telling his people. And when I sit down and I think about this, brothers, and I'm like, it took all of this for us to understand the position of the Most High and why he was saying you are set apart people. And from thousands of years ago, I asked myself, I'm just saying personally, it took all of this for us to understand that we should be set apart. It took an awakening for us to understand this. It took a nation. It took our forefathers from hanging from trees to snapping of necks, to feeding to alligators. Brothers are being shot down in the street. Law-abiding brothers and sisters saying this and saying that, getting shot through a windshield. To get pulled over because driving while black, shopping while black, being black. It took all of this for us to understand what the Most High was saying. Brothers and sisters, this is that time we got to start fasting ourselves completely. And I'm not just talking about fasting against food. This is everything against that flesh we need to be fasting against. This is what this boils down to being. It's that fasting of the flesh that we need to be about it. And we got to be about our business when it's all over said and done, because that's what it boils down to being. Because we see in the flesh, we see how the flesh get down. This is the worst we have ever been in. And now this awakening, the Most High is telling us, strip this stuff off you while you are in Babylon. Have no parts with this beastly system. This is what he's telling us. And at the same time, once I come to gather you, you're going to the wilderness to strip some more off of you. You think you got it off of you. I'm going to get the rest of it off of you. Or you are, I'm sorry. The Most High is not going to take anything away from you. That's one thing he's not going to take away from you. You're going to have to take it away from yourself. You're going to have to take it away from yourself because you got the free will to do it. You're going to choose life so that you can keep living, or you're going to choose death and you're going to live by that flesh. This is what we're going to have to make a decision, brothers. We're going to have to make that decision of what we're going to do. But I'm going to say this, brothers and sisters. This is that time for us to start to make or put our line of thinking in this position of what we want to do. Are we going to live by that flesh? Or are we going to live by that spirit? We got to start making a decision. We got to start bracing ourselves up. This Exodus, brothers and sisters, it is absolutely on the horizon. The world is doing things, and the Most High told us, if you see this here, you see that there, you see this here, know that this is the time of the end that you are in. This is the time of the end that you are in. Lift up your heads, because your deliverance is near. That's Israel. That is Israel. Your deliverance from what? Captivity. This is how we are. This is what we are in. We just need to pay attention to it. Whatever you need to do about your flesh, brothers and sisters, be about your business. Sisters, I know it's hurt. Ooh, when I say this, sisters, I mean, and I say this to brothers, I mean, it's like, whoo, I mean, you go out to pray to the Most High to give you the strength to forgive. There's a lot of hurt that has been done. It was, it was done. There's no excuses for it. It was done. A lot of you has been, some sisters has been mishandled to the worst degree. But if you got the power and you pray for the power to give ask for the Most High to give you strength to forgive, pray for it, sisters. The same thing for brothers. You pray to the Most High, ask Him to give you strength to forgive, because that strength is not going to come from that flesh. I can tell you that right now. That is not going to come from your flesh. If you think that forgiveness is going to come to your flesh, you best be on top of your game, because that flesh ain't gonna do nothing. That flesh is gonna hold on to that hate, because that flesh and hate, you give that flesh strength. It's a demonic feeling that it loves, and there's nothing that's going to come good from that flesh, because you are in a demonic fleshly system, and it's hell bent on maintaining the flesh. It's you who will have to destroy your flesh so that your spirit lives, so that the Most High can communicate with you. That's my encouragement, brothers and sisters, to you. We're seeing what's happening. We're going to have to always be on code. We're going to have to be on code. Just like Brother Dave said, we're the gold standard of this world. Matter of fact, we are more than gold. We are the jewels to the Most High. That's who we are. Every tribe of Israel is represented by a jewel, stone, a precious rock. That's how we are. That's how the Most High deemed us. We're not the average people. We're not. And we need to hold on to that. We need to maintain that the jealousy that's in us about who we are, about our Creator. That's who we need to be about. If we're going to separate ourselves and a set apart people, brothers and sisters, we're going to have to believe that. We got to maintain that. The world do not want you to dive into that, because they know the moment we start to separate ourselves spiritually, mentally, physically from the world, the devil has lost all type of restraints on us. We had to go into the flesh, brothers and sisters, because this is what our forefathers wanted. We did not know what they was begging for. We didn't even exist. But now we came into an existence. We felt it. Let's take this real life experience of a demonic system that is based upon the flesh and use it. Use it as an enhancement of separating ourselves from the nations. That's what we need to be doing. We see there was no pro in it. Absolutely everything about this system is a con, a demonic con. I tell you, brothers, keep your head on the swivel. Let's continue to encourage one another to the heart, to the depthness of this awakening. Let's encourage one another. It is not upon us to tear down no one. Brothers, we have the experience of tearing down. And like I said, go back into the 90s. If you want to tear down, go back and look at some of the history about our brothers and sisters in the 90s and how there was a great tearing down of Israel. Now you woke. Now you know exactly. There's literal strength in your power of your tongue. Use it to lift your brothers and sisters up. Pray for your brothers and sisters. We are the standard, the highest of all standard of people. Do you see let me shut up. Do you see the nations going through a wilderness, Israel? Do you see the cleansing of what we got to go through? What we in Satan's system. We're in the nation now. And once we leave the nation, you're going into the wilderness for a further discipline. This time you're going to be away from the devil, but you're going in there for a discipline, because this discipline here, it's going to be all about free will. It's going to be about your bloodline and what you want to continue in. You're going to make a decision. You will make a decision whether you want life or you want death. And on that note, brothers and sisters, you all keep your head on a swivel. Keep on encouraging your brothers and sisters. Walk on water. It is absolutely possible. We just got to believe it. If we have the strength. We have the strength of life and death in our tongue. We should be able to walk on some waters, brothers. We should be able to do that. And on that note, I would say shalom, brothers and sisters. Be safe out there.